Welcome to this week. We're continuing in the Psalms, and today we're going to do Psalm 62, talking about trusting in God alone. What is the most restful place that you have experienced in the last 10 years? Just think about that. For me, one of the places I think of is we took a family trip to California and along the coast, and our boys kind of climbed down this spot with a rope available that went down kind of the cliff. They were a couple hundred feet below us running on a beach, but we were just looking over this expanse, and Bridget and I just sitting beside one another and just calm and quiet, and it was just peaceful, no interruptions. Times or places, maybe some of you have a particular place. Maybe it's even a place in your house or a place in this community where you go and where you find calm and serenity and peacefulness. Those places have a special, a special place in our hearts and minds. When David wrote this psalm, he was not at peace. Enemies were threatening him physically, verbally. He's not at rest. There's no serenity to be found. But he wanted to be at peace. And so we hear, repeated his reminder to his own mind, his own soul, to find rest in God alone, to put his confidence in God, not in his circumstances. Because David was reminding himself that rescue, salvation, verse 7, honor and glory are from God, not from himself by his own doing, not in his circumstances. If his circumstances would improve, that's still not necessarily to be at peace and to have rescue and salvation. And so this is why David talks about trusting in God alone and not in others. This isn't about don't trust anyone, like paranoia of some kind, but don't trust that a person, even if they love you, are powerful enough to rescue you from sin, from death, from kind of your own darkness. They can't make you a better person. They can't lift you out of where you are. It's God. Others can come alongside and cooperate and participate with what God is doing, but it is God who does it. Even wealth, David mentions, can't bring rescue. David ends the psalm by recalling the faithful love of God. He's worthy of our trust. And got to, again, make a shout out to Exodus 34, verses 6 and 7, the most quoted verses within the Old Testament. And it's about God's character and his covenant faithfulness and love. And it's the faithful love is why David can leave the injustice and the opposition that's done to him with God, because he knows, God, you're the judge. And you're going to judge according to what we do. Now, that phrase actually causes some people to struggle. Does that mean David's saying that we're saved, we're rescued by God on the basis of what we do? That's not what the verse is saying. It says we're judged according to what we do. And this falls right into line with the New Testament that James, our works reveal our faith. Faith shows itself in works. And so when God, as David says here in the Psalms, God judges us according to what we do, that's the evidence, because it's external, it can be seen, of what was going on the inside, where our heart, our mind, our soul, where our loyalty and allegiance truly was. Covenant people, God's people, we're going to fall. We're going to fail at times. We're going to sin. It's not to excuse it, because covenant people don't excuse it. We confess, we repent, because we want to keep walking the life with Jesus. As I close today's, I just want to ask you this question. What circumstances, what people maybe are pressuring you right now? Read this psalm again, Psalm 62, if you haven't already. Put your circumstances, put what's opposing you, put what is troubling you in the place of the enemies that David writes about. And let the words of this psalm help you to put and keep your trust in God alone, not just for what you're going through today, but through all the tomorrows to come. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today would you know his peace. God bless.